A pleasant good morning, San Pedro, and a pleasant good morning to our friends over in Key Cocker. We want to welcome you to another edition of Good Morning, San Pedro. Today is the 10th of the month, the 10th of July 2025. It is a beautiful, beautiful morning here in La Isla Bonita. It's a beautiful Thursday morning. It's already Thursday, the 10th of the month. Let us begin by taking a look at the weather, the general weather forecast provided to us by the Belize Met Service. The general situation, slightly moist and somewhat unstable conditions, will continue. The 24-hour forecast will be sunny with cloudy spells today, along with a few showers and isolated thunderstorms, especially over northern and southern districts this morning, spreading to central areas by this afternoon. Partly cloudy tonight with showers or thunderstorms mostly over the south. The marine conditions, the winds will be from the east at 5 to 15 knots. Sea state will be light chop and waves will be between 2 to 4 feet. The temperatures here in the coast, the highs will be 88 degrees Fahrenheit, that's 31 degrees Celsius, and the lows will be 81 degrees Fahrenheit, that's 27 degrees Celsius. For inland areas, the highs will be 92 degrees Fahrenheit, that's 33 degrees Celsius, and the lows will be 74 degrees Fahrenheit, that's 23 degrees Celsius. And up in the hills, the highs will be 78 degrees Fahrenheit, that's 26 degrees Celsius, and the lows will be 68 degrees Fahrenheit, that's 20 degrees Celsius. The outlook for Friday and Friday night is for similar weather conditions to prevail. We take a look at the tides. A high tide will occur this morning at 9:09, and another one will occur tonight at 10:54. A low tide will occur this afternoon at 4:48, and another one will occur tomorrow morning at 3:31. The sun will set this evening at 6:31, and it will rise tomorrow morning at 5:24. The moon will rise this evening at 6:46 and will set tomorrow morning at 6. This is the general weather forecast provided to us by forecaster Michelle Agustin. They are at the Belize Meteorological Service. So we do expect good weather to prevail during the course of today. Let's take a look at what will be happening for the remainder of the week going into the weekend and early next week. For tomorrow, Friday, generally isolated showers or thunderstorms. The wind will be from the east at 10 to 15 knots, and the temperatures here in the coast, the highs will be 88 degrees Fahrenheit and the lows will be 81 degrees Fahrenheit. For inland areas, the highs will be 92 degrees Fahrenheit and the lows will be 74 degrees Fahrenheit. On Saturday, generally isolated showers or thunderstorms, a few more over the south at night. The wind will be from the east at 10 to 20 knots, and the temperatures here in the coast, the highs will be 87 degrees Fahrenheit and the lows will be 81 degrees Fahrenheit. For inland areas, the highs will be 91 degrees Fahrenheit and the lows will be 74 degrees Fahrenheit. On Sunday, a few showers and thunderstorms. The wind will be from the east at 10 to 20 knots, and the temperatures here in the coast, the highs will be 85 degrees Fahrenheit and the lows will be 78 degrees Fahrenheit. For inland areas, the highs will be 90 degrees Fahrenheit and the lows will be 73 degrees Fahrenheit. And then on Monday, a few showers and thunderstorms. The wind will be from the east at 10 to 20 knots. And the temperatures here in the coast, the highs will be 85 degrees Fahrenheit and the lows will be 78 degrees Fahrenheit. For inland areas, the highs will be 90 degrees Fahrenheit and the lows will be 73 degrees Fahrenheit. So we do expect good weather today. We do expect good weather tomorrow, Friday. We do expect good weather on Saturday for the Lobster Fest block party. So it looks like we're in good news this morning that we're taking a look at the forecast for Saturday, and it looks like it will be a good weather during the day and good weather during the night. On Sunday, it looks like we might have some showers during the day, but the night should be good. And on Monday, likewise, it looks like we should have some showers during the day, and then the weather improves during Monday night. Thank you much to the Belize Met Service for the general weather forecast and also for the 4-day forecast. Turning into the tropics, let's take a look at what's happening in the Atlantic. And July has been very good to us. When we take a look at the forecast for the next 2 days, there's no tropical cyclone activity expected. And if we click on the 7-day forecast, we also get the same information that tropical cyclone activity is not expected during the next 7 days. Thank you much to the National Hurricane Center for the update. Today is the 10th of the month. We want to congratulate all those who are celebrating birthdays today. May you have an enjoyable birthday. May you celebrate many, many more. For those of you that are waking up and it's your birthday today, we want to sing to you Las Mañanitas.
Estas son las mañanitas que cantaba el rey David. Hoy por ser tu cumpleaños te las cantamos aquí. Despierta, mi bien, despierta. Mira que ya amaneció. Ya los pajaritos cantan, la luna ya se metió. Cumpleaños feliz, cumpleaños feliz, te deseamos todos, cumpleaños feliz.
Congratulations to all those who are celebrating birthdays today. May you have an enjoyable birthday and may you celebrate many, many more. We go to a commercial break. We'll be right back. This is Good Morning San Pedro.
Welcome to Zyva Beauty, style and beauty, all in one place. Your one-stop shop for all things fabulous. Discover a stunning collection of makeup palettes, trendy accessories, sunglasses, adorable purses for adults and kids, mommy and daughter dresses, luscious lip glosses, glamorous eyelashes, and so much more. Hey gorgeous, walk in or book your appointment today and let us help you unleash your inner beauty. We offer expert beauty services such as powder brows, lash lifts, lash extensions, lip micropigmentation, and rejuvenating facials. Find us on Pescador Drive next to Caramba Restaurant. Call 605-9256 or message us on Facebook. Zyva Beauty.
Someplace South Coffee Bar serves you delicious breakfast, lunch, and dinner, along with your favorite drinks, cocktails, and 2-for-1 on mimosas all day long. Friday nights are steak nights at Someplace South, offering surf and turf, filet mignon, and USDA ribeye. Accompany your meals with our California wines made by Belizean winemaker Joseph Smith. For reservations, call us at 628-5373 or email us at someplacesouthcafebar@yahoo.com. We are located on the South Road, half a mile past the Victoria House. Our entertainment for Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays include Coconut Trio, Dennis Wolf, and Valentino. When in San Pedro, Someplace South is a must.
At Castillo's Do-It-Best Hardware on Pescador Drive, we give you the best value for all your construction needs in San Pedro. From electrical to paint, to plumbing, to household appliances, we offer a wide array of modern and stylish designs for your home or office. Thinking of changing your look this year? Visit Castillo's Hardware. Our new computerized paint matching system is able to mix paint to match any color, offering you unequal convenience. Just choose any of our high-quality Do-It-Best indoor or outdoor paints, and our trained paint specialists will scan the color and mix the paint on the spot, bringing your color to life. Details matter, and we do it best at Castillo's Hardware.
Welcome to Spice Pharmacy and Cosmetics, your pharmacy with a little bit of everything. From proteins and natural multivitamins by Alpha Products to keep you on track for that perfect fitness goal. Cosmetics, we got it too. From Revlon, L'Oreal, and Maybelline to give you that perfect, beautiful skin. Check out our Forensi products for all hair types to give you that beautiful bouncing hair that you've always wanted. Take care of your skin with our Fruit of the Earth products and also our brand new baby aisle for all babies that you guys would love. We got you while you enjoy your Belizean vacation. Spice Pharmacy and Cosmetics, located on Pescador Drive, San Pedro, and Burgess Key. Telephone 206-2227. Open Monday to Saturday from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. Sunday and most holidays from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Visit us at Spice Pharmacy and Cosmetics.
Whoa, 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 whoa. We don't use it around here. I have my own bag.
Where can I get one of those?
Good morning once again and welcome back to Good Morning San Pedro. According to the time in studios, it's 16 minutes after 7 o'clock, and as we promised, we will be having a discussion with the traffic department of San Pedro so that we can get acquainted with what the rules and the regulations are that govern the road here on the island, all right? My name is Elmer Cornejo. I'll be sitting in for this segment today for this discussion, the conversation with the senior officers. And if you have any opinions or questions, you can go to our Facebook Live and leave your comment there. If we have enough time, we're going to be making the questions to the officers. As much as we can, we're going to cover all the comments that we have, okay? So, again, welcome to this conversation. We have the traffic department. We want to say good morning to Miss Charlene Estrada online, Miss Kathleen Hoffman, Enoe Guerrero, Moncho Acosta, good morning, and thank you very much for tuning in this morning. Good morning, lady, gentlemen. I am really glad that you were able to make it to our studios this morning. We've been having this conversation on our show for a few days now that we really wanted the traffic department to come in and speak to us a little bit about, what governs our streets and why all these accidents. Is there something that we're not doing right, something that we need to do different, that kind of stuff. So we want to start first with your names and in your positions. Maybe speak to us about how long you've been working at the department. Let's start with you first, miss.
My name is Pedro. I have been working with the traffic department for 3 years now.
Okay.
My name is Armin Madillo. I've been working for the traffic department for 2 years now.
Okay. Well, we'll try to, as much as we can, speak about the different situations that our viewers and listeners have been asking us about, okay? So let's start with a subtle question. Why is it that you became a traffic officer?
To be honest, me personally, I become a traffic officer because it's something I wouldn't say, at first I wouldn't say I like doing it, but it's something I've always looked at and believe I can best maintain it.
Okay. And you, sir?
Well, me becoming one, it's like a past family thing. I had an uncle that used to do it, and I looked up to him, and I decided to do it alongside with him, learn, and gradually grew around it.
Okay. And now let's get into the nucleus of what we want to speak about. First, you mind explaining your understanding of the different types of traffic signals and signs used in San Pedro? Because I see that it is something that is needed for our community. A lot of people don't really understand what are the rules and regulations, reading signs, reading signage, knowing, how fast you are supposed to be driving inside town, that kind of stuff. So your understanding of the rules and regulations that govern the streets.
Well, first and most important that we're in the island, we're in a small place. And the population of the vehicles that we have in the island is a lot already.
Mm-hmm.
So
a lot.
Yes, it's a lot. It's a lot. And like I said, yes, there are some people that don't understand and don't comprehend the meaning of all our traffic signs and everything. And that's the reason we're out there, to make sure that everything goes at place and everything flows properly. The most important ones are the stop sign. A lot of people don't know the yield sign. The yield sign is the one by the roundabout. Mm-hmm. That shows you that you have to go around the roundabout, not straight through the curve.
Mm-hmm.
That's where a lot of people get confused. The pedestrian ramps, the stop, go, and the bumps, most importantly.
Mm-hmm. I see there's a lot of bumps on the island.
Yes.
Yes.
Do you know how much bumps you have on the island?
I'm not sure because
Yeah, there's a
sometimes they
lot.
put them up and we don't even know when they put them up.
Really? Can that happen?
Yes.
Can people do that? Erect bumps
not
without?
the public, the council. They put them
Oh,
down,
okay, I
you know,
see.
really, unless we the patrol and
Mhm.
when it comes to the sign, that mainly tourists don't really know. Sometimes you have to enforce them and explain to them that alright, then this means you can't turn this way, you can't go away. And then the pedestrian ramp, that's my main issue, because then you see locals, like, especially when I work like by the bridge, you
Mhm.
have to constantly tell people give way for the pedestrians they could pass, give way, constant of tell them. Most people don't respect the pedestrian ramp and they don't understand the consequences of a pedestrian ramp because then if let's say a kid they pass and
Right.
you end up there on a hit that thing, you right away you make yourself wrong, whether the child run over it, whatever, they're not really utilize the pedestrian and understand and respect the pedestrian ramp.
I think a big thing that happens in San Pedro is the fact that we use a lot of golf carts here on the island. I think the only people who own, closed vehicles would be like the taximan or company vehicles. So a lot of people I see are caught up between banging a curve, either left or right, or even reversing and not showing their hands. So is there any way of showing your hands to direct people in front or behind you of what is direction you want to take when using a golf cart?
You do have people where some will just put up their hands and show in turn. You have some who put up their hand this way but they go the other way. Then you can't really tell. You do have somebody who actually, if you're going left, they put on their hand left, they go right, they put their hand right.
So what is the correct way to do it then?
If you're going left, you will put out your hand the left, showing the left direction until you turn left. Some just put up their hand basically, and that not really means.
If I come to a stop, how do I do that?
If you come to a stop, you can basically put up your hand and actually stop. Put your hand, you will stop.
Okay. I also want to ask about maybe the different, or if there's any plans at the traffic department here in San Pedro to use new technologies. I'm speaking about cameras, about speed guns, about any other technology that is out there and maybe useful to, for the control of traffic on the island.
Yeah, I mean, we're in a small island. We're growing every day. You see growth in San Pedro, and definitely San Pedro Town Council is already looking into the speed guns and what's not, so that we could start enforcing. We recently brought up back the tint machines, the breathalyzers.
Oh, really?
Mistaken, yes, we already brought that back up, and I think right now the last thing I was told that we're gonna bring back the speed guns so that we could monitor the speed, because there's some people that taxis, there's some vehicles that come up, even the trucks that when they used to operate, they come in a ball of speed that you gotta stop them, you gotta tell them, hey, you gotta calm down because they're going too fast. But definitely that we're going up. Definitely we're going up slowly, but we're going up.
Yeah.
So, go ahead.
They already informed us that they're looking into the body cams.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Yeah, I think that would be useful too, because a lot of times
useful.
there is incidents and then
You get into altercation with people, then maybe you work against the person.
So those are things that are coming up, right? So, but right now, what are some of the strategies that the traffic department in San Pedro has to arrest the control of traffic on the island? There's many times during the day and sometimes even at night when there is a lot of congestion of traffic around the island. So what are some of the strategies that you are implementing to accurately, implement safety rules on the streets?
Well, right now we have a set. We have most of the wardens in town due to that same reason, so that we don't have any try to maneuver and control every traffic around town, especially when it comes to around traffic, especially when it comes to around anglers, or when the San Pedro Village Express used to be at the park. There used to be a big problem. We used to have wardens there. We have one by Caribbean, by Holchan, just to make sure that anything that happens around town, the wardens are there to respond towards it. Likewise, we have also a group of wardens in South, group of wardens in North, so that we make sure that all of us are around, so if anything happens, we could correspond and we could reach there in time.
You want to add to that?
No.
Okay, I'm also wanting to get your comment too, in terms of not making it a personal comment or opinion, but through the perspective of the traffic department. What are your your say in terms of golf cart rentals? They've basically taken over all the streets taxes. They've taken over the streets. So where do, private citizens park? And at times they have, if it's a rental for golf cart, and they remain on the streets for all day.
Yeah.
So is that an infraction? Is there a ticket for that or a fine? How does that work?
We already passed the stage where we go by and inform them that they can't park their need. So, because before registering each golf cart, you must show where you're going to park your vehicle. You must have a safe place, a garage, or somewhere to park it. Most of them park it on the street that has their business on the street. We already passed the stage that going into the businesses and inform them that they can't be parked there. So now when we see them, we just ticket them and has them move it so other people can actually park there.
What is the fine for that?
We prohibit the parking, $25.
Okay, so I see. It's a very, maybe raising the bar would be one of
Yeah,
the.
we already mentioned that as well. Maybe then they were actually implemented.
Yeah, I mean, what I'm saying is because then it would be more balanced in terms of rental fees. Because if you rent a golf cart, it's near $100 or $90, and if you get a ticket for parking 8 hours on the street for only $25, then it's sort of like it's unbalanced. But maybe the traffic department can look into these aspects of raising the bar for fines instead of charging $25 for a fine like that. Maybe raising it to $100, and maybe then it would make a great difference.
Yeah.
Just saying, I don't know if our viewers are in agreement with what I'm saying, but it's just an opinion, Raising the fine can maybe help solve some of these situations that we have in terms of traffic on the island. We also want to speak about, since we're talking about the golf carts, a lot of people do rentals, and I'm speaking tourists, I'm speaking locals, who on a weekend basis they travel to Secret Beach. That stretch of road has seen a number of different traffic accidents during the last 3-4 months, or we can stretch that out all the way from when we began 2025. Anything in place to address that situation?
Well, for the past couple of months, we assisted the police with the checkpoint, especially on Sundays when everybody got a Secret Beach, sometimes Saturdays in the evening, and then sometimes half the whole from after 1 to after 6 on Sundays, majority with the police.
You all have authority to ticket someone who is driving under the influence of alcohol?
Yes, that's where the breathalyzer come in when they charge for the DUI.
Yeah, because I noticed that a lot of these people who come from Secret Beach are the youngsters, like below 35 and under, that are very intoxicated. We still see adults above 35 intoxicated coming from Secret Beach, but the most part of these people are youngsters between 18 and 35. In addition to that comment is that sometimes you can tell that the driver is someone that is under 18.
Yes.
What are you, as a department, doing to stop this or to arrest this situation?
Well, first we start off if you're under 18, basically you don't have a driver's license, and then if you don't own one, we just take it to the police station and have them deal with you. And if you have, like, say 18, 19, you own a driver's license, we usually proceed with breathalyzer, and if you fail it, then the $500 charge.
$500?
Yes.
Okay, I see. Somebody says here on our Facebook stream that it would be a good idea to have some few hand signs, posted around town so that people can begin to understand how is it that it works. Just as side notes, that you can take back to your superiors when you get after a morning show. And also, we wanted to make mention also about even the big trucks going across the bridge. I have noticed personally that some of these drivers are visibly intoxicated during peak times of the day.
We've seen it.
Has this been an occurrence, or is it something that just happens every now and then?
I would say every now and then. Yes. Especially when they go up, not all of them, but some of them. Yeah.
And it's interesting though because then these big trucks, they're obviously heavier than a golf cart. So should there be an accident, or if they would slam into one of the businesses on the side of the road, I mean, before I know that as you cross the bridge, there used to be some bumps.
Yeah.
I've seen people just run over that, just like drive straight through, and they don't respect these bumps. And part of that is that during the day, it is sometimes visible or not, and during the night it is almost next to non-visible. So is this something that the council is looking at, or the traffic department is looking at making these signs more visible? I don't know, maybe changing the paint to something more durable, because we can say that we've seen when the bumps have been painted, but then 3 days after it's been washed away. So how does that?
Majority of the time when they have a bump, they actually have a sign there. Some they have a sign with tell that what bump they ahead, and the actual bump Saturday, the actual sign Saturday bump.
And then I see that sometimes there's a sign for a bump, and then there's no bump. But that also causes, a situation for an accident. Yes. That is what I'm saying.
Usually from the time you see the sign that you say a bump there, then you're supposed to slow down.
All right, well, we will continue the conversation, but we do need to take a short commercial break, because if we don't pay our bills, we won't stay on air. So we will be right back with more of Good Morning San Pedro to continue the conversation with our officers from the Traffic Department of San Pedro. If you have any comments or opinions, questions, let us know on our Facebook page, Reef TV, and we will pose those questions and comments to the officers. We'll be right back. Do not go away.
Pampered Paws, your pet experts. Calm, confident canines. We offer daycare and boarding services with playtime and multiple beach park walks designed to have your dogs socialize and fulfilled. Pickups and drop-offs available. Grooming. Complete grooming services include bath, trim, nail, and ear cleaning. Results that will take your breath away. We also do house calls. Beach Power Walks, a 2-mile structured park walk designed to mentally and physically stimulate your companion. Don't forget our hands-on professional dog training services to make your dog a better behaved pet. Check out our full line of pet supplies. Pampered Paws, your pet experts. Calm, confident canines.
Every day, we access energy for cooling, lighting, and powering our electrical appliances and devices at work and at home. During cooler months, we rely less on cooling appliances such as fans and air conditioners. However, during warmer months, as the temperature and humidity rises, we use more energy to cool our spaces, and our appliances and electrical devices work harder than they do during the rest of the year. When the months become hotter, let's all practice energy conservation. Here are a few changes that you can make to manage your energy use. Check that all appliances and electrical devices are working efficiently. Turn lights off when not in the room. Unplug chargers, appliances when not in use. Turn off fans and TVs. Use energy-saving light bulbs such as LEDs. And look for the Energy Star products when purchasing appliances and electrical devices. These easy changes can reduce energy use and costs. You can also monitor your energy use during the month by reading your meter and calculating the reading using BEL's bill calculator on our mobile app or by visiting our website. Let's all save energy.
Make Atlantic Insurance a part of your travel plans when traveling to Chetumal, Cancun, Merida, or anywhere in Mexico. Whether it's for vacation, to conduct business, or just relaxation, you can purchase a minimum of 1 day or any number of days desired up to 1 year. Atlantic Insurance offers certified and reliable insurance policies from well-established Mexican insurance companies. For more information, you can visit any of our offices located countrywide or call 223-2657. To purchase online, visit our website at aicbelize.com. Travel with the best insurance coverage. Travel secure. Travel with peace of mind. Travel with Atlantic Insurance, insuring you from life's unexpected.
Good morning once again. Welcome back to the show. Good morning, San Pedro. It's 22 minutes away from 8 o'clock, and we will continue with the conversation with the Traffic Department of San Pedro so that we can learn a little bit more about what is happening and what they have in place as mechanisms so that our roads are safe, for not only motorists, but also for pedestrians. So we left the conversation speaking about bumps. But we wanted to pose, this situation where we see a lot of ropes across the streets used as bumps. I know Dan has seen a lot of those, and I've seen a lot of those too across the bridge, in town, around. I don't know what's the name of that street called, but nearing, I think that would be San Juan, right? And then also in the DFC area, you see some of these ropes. So tell us about that.
Well,
the use of ropes.
Well, first of all, those ropes are illegal to be on the street side due to that. It's not under the Chapter 230 from the Road Traffic Act. So anybody, my suggestion to anybody that puts ropes out there or has any ropes on the street or any company businesses that have ropes on the street, to please take it off because it's not right. It's illegal to have those ropes out there.
How do you find out who placed those ropes on the street? Because it would be something different if it was on the side of the street, but these are across the street used as bumps.
Well, basically, we don't know who puts them there, but majority of the time when the guys from the maintenance department sees it or knows about it, they just go and remove them.
Okay, and we also wanted to question about the speed limits in town. We forgot to ask about that. What is the speed limit? How fast can I go in town?
15 miles per hour.
So put that into perspective for us. How much is 15 miles? How do I read it on my golf cart? There's no speedometer right there, right? So, how do you measure speed using a golf cart?
Well, I would say you should know your golf cart, the speed limit of your golf cart. So if you know your golf cart is a really fast golf cart and you're crossing through town, you as a driver, you should have, conscience of, I'm going into town, my golf cart is really fast, let me just break it down a little bit and go a little bit slower. So that when you cross town, you just take your time cruising and
You
Save the
don't, you
cross
don't
down.
have to mash brakes hard
Yeah.
when they do something because I didn't know you'd go fast.
Those golf carts, do they come with maximum speed, or are they manipulated to go fast? And if so, is there any law or traffic rules that people should be abiding by?
Majority of the golf cart company, they comes with their own speed. Some of them, they don't go that fast, especially when they go up north or on paved road, they don't go that fast. Some of them, like basically the old ones. But what we usually do that advise the companies to have it at a certain speed. Usually you'll say like the mechanics for the golf cart company and stuff, they would go and adjust it so it'd be like little not too fast.
Yeah.
But are there any rules? Like, okay, if you're a golf cart, if I know that if you as an officer of traffic department visually see a golf cart speeding and you know that it's beyond speed limits on the island or even across the bridge, is there a rule or a law in place in your hands that you can use to fine these people? What is that? What is that fine looking like?
For speed, if you charge them for reckless driving or driving without with due care and attention, that's $100 fine because basically you know exactly what you're doing. You know to go either drive and especially in a town.
Mm-hmm. And also the cycles. These people who use cycles, and no offense, but I've seen traffic officers do it too. They people who use motorcycles, they don't wait for their turn. They can see that that you're nearing a crossroad,
yes,
and they would maneuver themselves right through.
Especially during checkpoints.
So speak to us about those situations and what the department is doing to address that.
Well, we can issue them tickets for improper overtaking because majority of them not overtake on the proper hand side, and we see it a lot when time with the checkpoints. Some of them state that they're not aware of the checkpoint, so they just got caught. And when they reach front of it, then they're like, "Oh, sorry, never know," and stuff. But basically, you should wait your turn, especially if you have a stop sign. Then you see other vehicles to wait, you wait your turn. But most of them just like to cut you because they don't want to wait.
Mm-hmm.
We can give them a ticket for that.
Especially what you call them, delivery guys.
Yes.
Oh yes.
Sunbar.
They're
Yes.
They're hectic. Some of them.
Me personally, ticket a lot of them, especially from Sunbar.
Yeah.
A lot of them constantly. Yes.
Mm-hmm. And also the taxis though, because they run through because they want to get back to their place of work at their station and pick up another passenger. We are seeing a lot more of these. Earlier in the conversation in the first segment, we were saying about taxi drivers or taxi vehicles using a large spot of the streets. But not only that, they're almost, in Belize we would say they're fiercey. Because when they're on the streets, it's like they own it because they're a big vehicle, so they feel that they're in commando mode. What are you doing to work with this situation?
Well, they're not really, the way how we see, each taxi has their own association. Right, we have the Airport Association, have the Isla Bonita Association, we have the San Pedro Belize First Association. So each association, each place should know their own associations. So I won't go park where I don't belong because then afterwards that's a problem. So and either likewise, I understand from where you're coming from. You mostly see it in tropic.
Mm-hmm.
In tropic air, you see sometimes the plane come in heavy. There's a lot of tourists. Taxis will park middle of the street. When we're there, we tend to move them off of the road, tell them they need to go park somewhere else. Even though their guest is right there waiting, we just tell them they need to move so that we could clear up the road so we have the road clean.
That is one of my main issue when it comes to the taxi. I asked my manager if we can basically have a meeting with basically the mayor to see how they can do about it. Like for me, my main issue is express. They have a taxi association parking there. Yes, you can park there, but basically don't stay there all day because they sometimes when they see us, they ask us to take the carts that are all the way in the corner.
Yes.
Because then it's parked on the wrong hand side of the road. But basically, they're the ones that are obstructed because then your taxis are big. If you put 3 taxis right there, you're already causing the obstruction.
Yeah.
But they don't see it. They're like, oh, this is our taxi association. No, yes, it's yours, but you're like have conscience, right? You can't always just like park the majority of the time. You have customers going in and out of the express, and they can't. They sometimes I've seen they could barely even make their way in or come out because a taxi. Then we have an accident day before yesterday because then the driver stated that he didn't see what's coming in because the taxi is right there, like a blind spot. So yes, they have their association, but we advise them to not park there all day until you get another trip. Like take a spin and come out, so that the area can always be free. But I think that they should have a meeting with the association to let them know that it's not allowed to park basically like all day.
I think they know because if they're given a license and they're allowed for taxis, I believe that they would know that this is also part of their responsibilities and roles as taxes. And I think it would be a good idea to convene them in a meeting because maybe it should be revisited that they should park on the street side there because that is a main artery of the island.
Yes.
So, and I know that there is an alley.
Yes.
Maybe they can use that alley to do their parking.
Exactly.
They won't want, but it would be ideal because then it would allow for the free traffic flow. And yes, 2 days ago, a traffic accident happened right there.
Yes, because the driver
on the last, it was on this weekend, Saturday. One happened on Seagrape Drive. Before that, and those are the ones that are reported because there are others that are not reported and they just go unseen or unreported because they come to an agreement and they pay off whoever is involved. But what I'm seeing is that we are seeing a lot of different traffic incidents on the island, and fortunately, no one has lost their lives. More importantly, a child has not been hit.
Yeah.
But it is something that is boiling, and it is only time.
True.
I believe that we may need to ask more from the traffic department so that these different controls can be in place, because I don't know if you work 24/7 or you work shifts or you only close at 5, but mostly after 5 o'clock is when you see that high volume of traffic around the island because people are coming off work, especially those who work just 8 hours day shifts. But these are things that need to be looked at because it is important for the safety not only of persons who drive or motorists, but also for pedestrians. We also use the road.
I agree. Cool.
I also wanted to ask you about the cycles too. Some of these cycles have these amended mufflers.
Oh, yeah.
And I know that the department was looking at this before, but presently, what is being done?
Well, if you bring in your cycle and it has those excessive mufflers that are really, really loud, when you go, say your first time bringing your cycle, you go to inspect it. If you have those loud mufflers, they won't license your vehicle.
You don't pass the inspection.
You won't pass the inspection. You'll be denied until you have to go back. You have to put on the original muffler so that you could proceed and what's that. And even after you register it and you decide to I'll put it back. If we stop you, we'll take you directly back to the office, let you do another inspection, and if you fail, you'll have to take your bike to the mechanic, and then from there they have to take it off and redo your inspection again. So from there you're gonna sign a paper from the traffic department stating the regulations and what's not, and then from there we're gonna take off your license plate and your stickers so that you could go do your inspection with the mechanic and what's not, let him fix it. Till afterwards you come back. Then if it passes the inspection, you're gonna get back your stickers and license plate.
Okay, I believe we need to take one more break, and then we'll come back to speak about the traffic department's involvement in this weekend. It's gonna be a massive party on the island. It's Lumps of San Pedro, a lot of traffic, but we'll talk about that when we return. Stay tuned. This is Good Morning San Pedro.
Welcome to Zyva Beauty, style and beauty, all in one place. Your one-stop shop for all things fabulous. Discover a stunning collection of makeup palettes, trendy accessories, sunglasses, adorable purses for adults and kids, mommy and daughter dresses, luscious lip glosses, glamorous eyelashes, and so much more. Hey gorgeous, walk in or book your appointment today and let us help you unleash your inner beauty. We offer expert beauty services such as powder brows, lash lifts, lash extensions, lip micropigmentation, and rejuvenating facials. Find us on Pescador Drive next to Caramba Restaurant. Call 605-9256 or message us on Facebook. Zyva Beauty.
Hidden Treasure Restaurant and Lounge. Open your restaurant serving Central American and Caribbean cuisine. Hidden Treasure serves dinner Wednesday to Monday from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Located in the Escalante neighborhood 1.5 miles south of San Pedro town. Hidden Treasure offer a romantic and elegant dining experience. Make early reservations and ask for free shuttle service. Some restrictions apply. Hidden Treasure Restaurant and Lounge, the perfect place to celebrate birthdays, anniversaries, weddings, rehearsal dinners, and much more. Come, experience fine dining in an enchanting atmosphere. Live music every Thursday by a renowned Belizean singer and keyboard player. Hidden Treasure Restaurant and Lounge. Telephone 226-4111 or 4236. Visit them at www.hiddentreasurebelize.com or on the socials. Hidden Treasure Restaurant and Lounge, San Pedro, Belize.
First, scan the QR code to download the app. The B-Box app works on both Android and Apple platforms. Next, log into the website portal and set up an account. All customers with an existing Benny's account, whether personal or business, will be automatically enrolled in B-Box. If you do not already have a Benny's account, tap the sign up link to register. A welcome email and a temporary password will be sent to you. Once you're all set up, shop at Benny's locations near you to start building your B-Box rewards. To learn more, visit our website at www.bbox.bz. Remember, loyalty is always rewarding with B-Box. Brought to you by Benny's, quality and savings.
Captain Shark's Marine Center is San Pedro's favorite marine hardware store that proudly supplies boat owners, fishermen, snorkelers, divers, and any other water sport enthusiasts. With the largest inventory of fishing gear in Belize, we can help you enjoy the salt life and ocean outdoors with the perfect lure, rod and reel combo, and any other complimentary fishing tools such as bait knives, hook pliers, cast nets, and much more. If diving and snorkeling are your passions and hobby, then look no further for equipment. We carry a large assortment of masks, snorkels, fins, BCD vests, bodysuits, dive watches with reputable brands such as Cressy, Mattis, Tilos, and others. When you need to repair your fiberglass boat or Yamaha outboard motor, we offer the right materials and replacement parts to get the job done. Visit us at Lion Street opposite Maya Island Air or give us a call at 226-3370. And remember that for land and sea, Captain Sharks is the place to be.
Get between Belize City, Key Cocker, and San Pedro on a ferry faster than anyone else with Caribbean Sprinter. You better Belize it. Get with us online at sprinter.bz.
Good morning once again. Welcome back to the show. It's 4 minutes away from 8 o'clock. We're back with a conversation about traffic and rules and safety on the island of San Pedro. And before the break, we said that we were going to speak about, what's happening over the weekend with, the traffic and their implementation, their mechanism, how they're going to work it out. It's the San Pedro Lobster Fest 2025, and that means the Black Party happens on Saturday. There's going to be a lot of traffic, a lot of congestion.
Yeah.
And so I think that all hands will be on deck. So how do you plan to work this weekend?
Well, for this weekend, we already get our weekend schedule. Basically, all of us will be working the entire weekend. We'll be out some will be in the morning, some will be in the afternoon, and some will be from afternoon straight through until the night time. So we will definitely be out there.
Will there be any checkpoints, north, south, in town?
When it comes to the checkpoint, we don't know as yet. We don't really basically plan the checkpoints. It's just something that they will do. It basically comes from the police department. They will ask for assistance. So we don't guarantee that we have a checkpoint. We can't say that, okay, then they will have or they don't have. That we don't know.
The entire surrounding of Sacachispas will be closed off because there is where the event is going to be happening. So that means with the high volume or demand of golf cart rentals, taxi drivers, cyclists, parking space. Talk to us about parking space so that we know where to park. We don't need a ticket, so we want to do the things right. Where do we park?
We usually blocked off from Giovanni's down to Max's. Guarantee we'll have a warden there to direct you, basically where you can park and to evaluate the parking thing.
Okay, I think we covered most of what we wanted to speak today about. We may have, slipped one or two, but we want to invite you again. Let it not be something that you just came in for one time.
Sure.
We want to see you back on the morning show, and we're going to hold you accountable for coming back, right? So we are going to see you in a month or two. We want to see you even often than that, but I know you have a busy work.
Yes.
So, but we want to see you back on the show. So, to end off the show, we want to give you the opportunity to speak to the public and leave your last comments. So let's start with you.
Well, I just wish everyone a safe and peaceful weekend. So drink and drive. Do the right thing. That's it. Enjoy the Lobster Fest 2025.
Okay.
Yeah, like how my colleague said, I just hope everybody spends it good with their family, their friends, their loved ones, and please make sure that you do the right stuff. And please don't give us headache because we already because we already have a lot of stuff in our shoulders. So I just hope, most importantly, you guys enjoy and keep safe out there.
There you have it, my friends. It's 8 o'clock on the dot. We come to the end of Good Morning San Pedro. Thank you very much for joining us this morning on set to speak about the traffic department and the safety rules that govern the streets. We'll see you tomorrow. We have invited guests for you tomorrow, so you're invited for Good Morning San Pedro Friday's edition. Until tomorrow, take care and obey the rules of the road. Remember to give the pedestrians the time, okay?
Yes.
And don't drink and drive. If you're gonna drive, my friend, please have somebody that does not drink, okay, to drive for you. Or that's why we have a lot of taxi on the island. Use a taxi service for that day, for that weekend.
Yeah.
Take care. My name is Elmer Cornejo. Good morning, San Pedro.
Hidden Treasure Restaurant and Lounge. Open air restaurant serving Central American and Caribbean cuisine. Hidden Treasure serves dinner Wednesday to Monday from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Located in the Escalante neighborhood 1.5 miles south of San Pedro town. Hidden Treasure offer a romantic and elegant dining experience. Make early reservations and ask for free shuttle service. Some restrictions apply. Hidden Treasure Restaurant and Lounge, the perfect place to celebrate birthdays, anniversaries, weddings, rehearsal dinners, and much more. Come, experience fine dining in an enchanting atmosphere. Live music every Thursday by a renowned Belizean singer and keyboard player. Hidden Treasure Restaurant and Lounge. Telephone 226-4111 or 4236. Visit them at www.hiddentreasurebelize.com or on the socials. Hidden Treasure Restaurant and Lounge, San Pedro, Belize.